Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, Ikue. Sorry, I was a little late, but I think it's timing-wise works. How you guys feeling? Where you guys are tuning from? It's beautiful outside in Vancouver. It's sunny. Sunny, sunny, sunny. It's blue sky, makes me happy. Where you guys are tuning from? How you feeling? I woke up early today, which is awesome, and I'm doing stuff, and I got a call, and I noticed Gary was on live, and lots of things happened, so but sorted out. So I was a little late coming here, but I guess everything is meant to work. All is well. I'm learning to flow like water. How are you guys feeling? My energy is good. I just realized that, you know, sometimes I assume things and I think that people know this or that, but I think there's a lot of power in repetition. Beautiful and sunny here in Ohio too. That's amazing, Bambi. Yes, nuance. How do you say 90 nans? His life was great. Yeah, that was good. I was watching a little bit. Yeah, it's nice to see Gary on live for sure. Hi, Erica. Good morning, everyone. Very happy to be here. So today is the last day of 40 days of true self-love that if you guys are doing it on Serious Joy. I was a little on and off, and I am definitely have some catching up things to do. Today's the last day. Today is actually, they call it 40 days of self-love, but it's actually 42 program, 42-day program. And today is about, but also today is step 12, which is in the Virgo season. Step 1 represents love, and step 2 represents feeling. So that's the 3. Next, the 3 is about belief. And the the most important thing is what do you believe? Is there anything that we self-sabotage ourselves somewhere, right? I had a call with one of the coaches yesterday, and I noticed that we share the rising sign, which is Leo, and the moon sign, Aquarius. And over the years of subscription with Serious Joy, I have received a lot of creepy messages like regarding my past life and my wounds and all that stuff. And Serious Joy a couple times reminded me that you have a desire to be seen and, you know, famous, but you're afraid of, you have fear of being seen because you don't think you can handle the emotion when you are there. So you tend to self-sabotage. And it's like, wow. And I share that with her. And I think that's probably happens to a lot of people. You know, maybe you don't have to have the rising sign Leo and Aquarius in moon. I don't know what makes that, what the combination is giving me that kind of message. But I think it's part of us. We all always want to be seen, but there's a fear of being judged and misunderstood, and you can't control that part because you can control other people. But if you're afraid of that, then you can't even go out of your place, right? So I think this applies to everyone. We are going to in the next chapter of our life. We are learning how to speak up and how to, you know, speak our truth. And as we speak our truth, not many people will agree with that, or not many people will, you know, especially the friends that you thought they were close with, they might have a different opinion. That's when, you know, the soul tribes start to change, right? Some people can't keep up with your growth, or some people have different opinions about this. It's like, okay, I'm going this way, and okay, I don't know if I want to go this way, you know? So there's a lot of negotiation happening. But let's not forget about the power intention, because people who are meant to stay in your life will stay. People who are meant to stay in your you know, in your mission, we'll say. So I think it's very clear about what you want, super important. And, you know, just like connect with people who are on the same page, right? And being going through all of that, I think self-awareness is super important. And in order for us to self-actualize and notice and catch the pattern, in order for us to make a change, you can't do that if you're living fight or flight, right? So you just catch the pattern and then just examine, observe, listen, what's going on? Why do I feel this way? So there's a lot of power in that. For me, I think there's a lot of intensity to where I'm heading in my life. And sometimes like I'm just like so impatient with the speed of my learning. Like, you know, like in a couple lives I say it's like I'm enjoying the speed of my learning, speed of my healing. But it's like part of me, I'm a very impatient. And I acknowledge that. It's like I just want to get there, you know, in terms of my health goal, in terms of my career goal, right? And then I don't like something that in a way, you know, and in a way it's me. In a way it could be a person, you know. So if you can relate to that, Katrina, that's awesome. And I was thinking about, you know, there's this stuff that is coming. Someone's screaming. That's so funny. What? There's a pattern that's coming up for me and bringing me into attention so that I can actually examine. I do have a lot of tendency to be, you know, competitive side of me that try to compare myself with others. But if I compare myself with others, and if someone, when I think that someone's getting more opportunities or whatever, then I get jealous, right? And I think we all have that human side of it. And but some people have more and some people have less. I don't know how that works. But I seem to have that lot of it, maybe because a lot of it are rooted in that lack of self-love, you know, or that disconnection from other people because we are all connected. And I did talk about, you know, my my programming towards other women, and myself tend to compete and tend to compare myself with other women. And because of my programming, I somehow, there's part of me that try to put other women down, or, you know, like, it's like, okay, so that programming needs to be gone. It needs to be gone. It's like, I need to really have that new programming that we're all here for each other. But at the same time, it's like, okay, how can I move forward? But when collaboration is happening, and collaboration is way more powerful than you walking your path alone, but then everyone's got their own journey, right? So I think showing up for yourself with more love and kindness and compassion is important. But also, I like to stop myself from putting myself down for anyone else's behaviors. And that's a huge part. People are entitled to have whatever opinions, right? People are entitled to have opinions, whatever that maybe like they have the opinion about my class, or during the class, or about someone else in my class, or the program that I'm creating, and people have different opinions about it. I can't please everyone, and that's okay, you know. Just little things, like it's like I'm just rambling, but I think it's important to acknowledge this, like the thoughts chain. But I'm learning that in this ascension process, we're learning to focus on, committed to our heart, committed to our feelings over mind, right? So those three things are important. When the thought comes, we think that we're thinking something, but we are actually perceiving. There's nothing that we're thinking from a different perspective. But there is the thoughts that serving for the next chapter of our life. There's some thought inspiration that not so good. It's just default from our past programming. And so in that case, we need to use our discernment. And one thing that I'm learning is stopping myself when I'm oversharing something that needed not to be shared. I think I am pretty much very much open. I love sharing, and I'm very authentic in a way that is I have no filters. But when I'm oversharing, maybe oversharing about what I'm about to do or oversharing about what other people said, I can put myself in a difficult situation where, oh, this person reached out to this person directly, and it's like, oh, IKUE said this or that. And I put myself in a very vulnerable situation, you know? Yes, I'm following what you're saying, and I love your vulnerability. I love that. Thank you so much. So what I'm learning is I can still be authentic and I can still be transparent, but I'm also need to be wise. I also need to be smart. I also need to use my discernment when I catch myself. Can I catch myself when I'm oversharing, or when I catch myself I'm being too transparent to the point that I could put myself in a difficult situation afterwards, right? It's all a learning lesson. And when that happens, and here now comes another layer, I put myself down for putting myself in that situation. But everything's a learning lesson. I think it's like what I'm slowly getting better at is letting it go. It used to take much longer to process that emotions, but it's like every time the feeling comes up, feeling of embarrassment or feeling of shame, and it's like my partner was giving me advice yesterday. Have you ever read the book called Art of Not Giving a Fuck? Have you guys read that book? I read it a long time ago. I used to have it. I might have thrown it away because I haven't seen the book. Art of Not Giving Fuck. It's about the balance, right? Sometimes if you're the type of person that cares so much, you have to learn to go the extreme, right? And if you are here, then you have to be all about not giving a fuck about anything. Then you need to go the opposite side. You care a little bit. But I think even the people who say, I don't care, but then you care, right? So yeah, it's a lot of paradox and dilemma. So today is I become curious. With the new moon behind you, today is the day to open new doors of opportunity. Jupiter rules the day, offering new avenues of belief, ideas, solutions, and learning. Follow your curiosity and you will discover something new. As the day begins, your ego may be somewhat edgy, tested, temperamental to the facts. But when Mars moves into Cancer later today, defensiveness and strength shift focus to your feelings. Therefore, the advice, thoughts, and then feelings may stir today. The moon shifting into Libra in the morning also provides a topsy-turvy emotional energy. You know, like it's like when that waves of emotion, waves of feeling comes, it's like I'm gonna brace myself. But I think it's a practice, right? The more you practice dancing with every emotion that you feel without resistance, and you get good at it, and the process of processing emotion gets faster and faster. So let's give ourselves a little grace, right? Having lots of feelings, and when the feelings are so intense and you feel it in your body, and that intensity of the sensation from the body actually show up as headaches or, you know, tummy aches and all that stuff, right? So when that happens, just be kind to yourself. Here comes the patience of our speed of our learning. It's like, it's okay. It's okay. It's just loving yourself. It takes practice because we practiced the opposite side for a very long time, not to honor our feeling, not to honor our heart, and kind of just mind. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I think we're back. So we're learning that, you know, okay, mind says a lot of things throughout the day, but we are honoring our heart and our feelings and what it's like to listen to our heart. Is there a time that my heart says one thing and feeling says something else? Yeah. How do you differentiate heart feelings from the actual feelings from the body? Heart is the boss. I feel feeling matters, right? But some feelings are from the past programming because the fascia stores programming and subconscious pattern that store. But there's behind that, there's a heart. It's like the heart that is on that pedestal, right? And this is what we need to honor. So there's a lot of layers to get to that core of the heart, heart of the matter. So there's the energy, and then it's body, there's fascia, and then there's feelings and organs and bones and muscles. And get to the heart of the matter of the heart. And this is the boss. Can we honor this golden egg all the time? So when feeling comes up, maybe you can ask yourself, is this feeling from my inner child? Is this feeling from my heart? Is my inner child happy? Means sometimes inner child is so mad and the feeling of hurt, feeling of shame come. And in that case, if you don't take care of that feeling and becomes, you know, we become protective, right? Defensive. And that's when the mind trying to go all the things and then try to calm myself down, but it's not really helping anymore. So when feeling comes up, my mind try to analyze the situation, and the mind needs to honor the heart. Okay, mind is like a commander, right? But the commander needs to work for the king or the queen. So the heart is the queen, heart is the king. So the commander is gonna ask, it's like, what do you think about this? And the queen, okay, whatever you resonate with, your heart is the king or the queen. And the queen says, I love myself. I choose kindness. And please take action based on that. So the commander needs to analyze, is this action I'm about to take is kind for me? It shows that I love myself, right? And you might make a mistake, but it's okay. It's a practice. So let's make our heart like the ultimate queen, you know, that sit in the center and is have all that blessing is stored in here. You know, inner peace, your love, your passion, compassion, patience, and sit there. That's your guidance. And we all need to come back. So there's nothing to go outside, right? It's like attracting, magnetic. I like that. So let's, with that visualization, let's read more. Today is a day of expansion and learning. Now that you have developed a new sense of inner integrity, you're ready to expand your renewed self into the outer world. You're looking to feel what aspect of daily life matches your new code of inner perfection, and what portions of your daily life are out of sync with the new and improved you. The ruling state of awareness in net 3, I believe. In essence, you're learning about yourself today and expanding your definition of reality and life. Everything in reality is formed according to your beliefs. Your perception of reality is also interpreted by beliefs. That's very true. Your perception of reality is also interpreted by beliefs. Therefore, when you change the perspective or way of seeing life, you will inevitably change your reality. That's the power, right? So you have to believe it to see it. You have to believe it to see it. Today's event will help you to change what you believe, which will eventually lead to what you will see. Curiosity and natural instinct go a long way today. You will feel naturally pulled to certain topics, people, locations, or events. Just like your body craves to eat an orange when you need vitamin C, you will crave to be somewhere or to do something today. Follow those instincts. You're subconsciously being led to a realization about yourself, your world, or potential. Sometimes the events you experience are merely to expand your options. By trying something new, you realize there's a bigger world out there beyond the stereotypes and prejudices your mind inevitably falls into over time. Since expanding its root intention, any investment into something new will serve the greater purpose. And fortunately, what appears random may actually be your higher self reaching out to you. Awesome. In each of your stories today, explore what your heart and feelings are curious about. Keep an open mind and healthy curiosity about you. Your feelings are opening a deeper connection to your subconscious and past lives. You may be picking on a soulmate or past life event. Explore these feelings without judgment. Today, you are expanding your long-term options for making money, manifesting material goods, and productively. How do you believe your manifestation should change this year? Your goal today is to listen to your heart and feelings and explore outside your normal playground. Go for it. Don't let the hyper-awareness of I become Virgo get you down. The goal today is for your heart to see what's possible, not for details or circumstances to weigh on you. Keep the day light-hearted. If you are not entertained or learning something, move on. This is the day to get out of your normal routine, not to get stuck in something else. Have fun. I'm open to anything that pleases me. Yeah. You know, I think life is about creating your ideal, like, dreams. But in order to manifest, you need to believe. And some people are so good at believing something. I mean, we all believe in something, right? But believing what we like instead of believing what we don't like, what we see. And it's so inspiring to meet with someone that is definitely the belief system ingrained in them because they practice so much that this is what I believe. And to follow that belief it's empowering, right? But later on you realize that, okay, I create my own reality. Maybe not all of that stuff that people say and it's like, wow, I want to follow this guy or Instagram or whatever. But at the end of it, you filter some information and you believe in what you want to believe. And the life is a constant, in a sense, it's a challenge, and you're being tested and triggers, and every time you have that and you kind of filter the information and who you are and who you are not. And we are all discovering who we are. And as soon as we thought this is who I am, then next day another things. Like so many layers to becoming who we are, so many aspects of ourselves. And that's why sometimes we get impatient, right? Like we haven't figured out this part of myself, like where I'm going or like who I am. So I think there are maybe two ways, like filtering out. That's That's normally what we have to go through. But these things, I think it's like, okay, what I'm trying to say is Satori, like awakening. Satori is a Japanese word for awakening, enlightenment. Is normally people, if we are not aware, peeling the layers of who we are not will get to who we are. That's one thing to do it, and it's always gonna stay, right? So until you realize who we are, we keep attracting who we are not, so we can filter out information, right? That's one way to do it. I think the ultimate way that I learned, like in the past when I was dive into religions and spirituality, and I think truth is the same. When you reach the enlightenment, you notice that there's nothing to fix. And it's like, instead of filter, like you going into the truth, filtering all things that you are not, it's more just shifting into the timeline. Like, it's like, get there, you know, the radical shift, the paradigm shift that people talk about, you know, like people who, like the radical shift will be something that next day your cancer got healed. It's like, it's just gone, right? That's the powerful healing. Like, you're healing on a soul level. You can't be any of that. You know, there's so many ways to get to the Satori and the healing, but can we use many, many tools? I would like today, I was thinking about just get to the bottom of this, you know? Love this and resonate with me. What I focus on today is what I desire in positive, emotionally for me. Yes. To get to that, I've been talking about inner peace, love, and compassion. Love yourself. And I think that's part of it. But how can we paradigm shift into, you know, a radical shift like I'm talking about, like when somebody had the brain tumor, and then when someone reached that enlightenment, I don't know, I'm just like la la land talking, but next day it's just gone. Doctor tried to examine their body. It's like, I'm sorry, there's none. Or I follow this guy on Instagram that posting every day, meditating, try to grow his arm back. You guys know that guy? I'm curious to see if he can like grow his arm back with his mind. And I think it's possible. But then if he doesn't believe it, then it doesn't happen, right? Is it like human can grow arm? Human can grow liver? I think it all depends on our belief system. It doesn't matter what other people think. It's about us. Do you believe? Also, yeah, so it all comes down to our belief system. Believe. What do you believe? What do you want? Because what you see is a result of your past programming and what you've been manifesting. But as you raise your self-worth and increase your frequency, I do talk about the importance of, because our plate is getting bigger, our capacity is getting bigger, the amount of pampering ourselves needs to be upgraded constantly, right? If you're used to giving yourself love this way, this much, then now that our plate is bigger because we increase our self-love and self-worth, you need to expand the amount of love that pour yourself. If you're that type of person that you give others first before you give yourself, this visualization is super powerful. You know, we have the capacity to give. Instead of giving outside like this, heart outside, that's type of Leo energy, I give myself first. Boom. Shower myself with the self-love, the sprinkle with all the glitters. And it's like, I love myself, put myself first. And everyone gets to enjoy a little extra of me. This visualization helps me navigate because You need to give yourself. And another aspect that I have like to mention is as we increase our self-love, self-worth, and the capacity to give, we give ourselves first. And as we raise our self-worth, we need to constantly upgrade our painted picture too. What's possible? And maybe exploring the idea journaling give us opportunity to think more about, wow, we can give ourselves this, we can give ourselves this. And part of us, we all have like the ideas that gets in our way. So it's like, wow, I give myself this, give myself that. So a lot of ideas come from daydreaming, right? So probably today is a great day to focus on that. I believe what you believe. Yeah, well, let us know if this happens. Amazing that, yeah, the possibilities. Yeah, I will post about this guy if you guys are interested. I'm just like following. I know he's posting every day. I think it's, I think last time I checked, it was like day 100 something. And I can't tell if his arm is growing or not, you know, like sometimes it's like, ooh, looks like it's growing, but it's really not, because I think that progress can be very small. And that's when, you know, when you look at the comments of people, there are so many different comments like, no, it's not gonna work. It's like, I'm rooting for you, you know, like all those people are inspired from that. But I think it doesn't matter. At the end of it, do you believe? Does he believe that he can grow his arm? Right? Like I've seen lots of like billionaires using all that. Hi, Kylie. Are you Kylie Minogue? That's amazing. Using the power of mind. Oh no, using the technology to regenerate cells, and using the sun's, you know, the billionaire using his son's, I think, blood or I don't know, DNA to inject on him so that he can regenerate the young cells. And I think that's a very interesting science, but at the same time, I'm more about, can we just do it ourselves with our mind? And I'm slowly coming to a point where we can stay healthy and we can stay youthful forever if you take out the belief system that we are aging, right? That's one thing. But also, if we really embody fluidity and an adaptability of this body and mind, spirit, if we can achieve that, I think we can really stay youthful and young. I fully believe that. There's part of in my body, I can spot where the tightness is, right? Like of course everybody can do that. It's like, oh, my neck is always tight. But then, you know, when you maybe your attention goes to your neck, but maybe your hip is also tight, but then it's like your arms is loose, you know? So when you notice the tightness, it's not the muscle that is tight, you know, like I think is we also have that notion of like, oh, this is tight, it's my muscle, but it's like really not the muscle. Where the tightness is, it's all fascia. That's my, well, as a fascia maneuvers coach, that's my belief. And I feel it in my body, my legs, and like, okay, this fascia is tight. Can we make it more flowy? What do I need to learn? What do I need to do to make that more flow back, right? And then maybe like, because the body is a reflection of our mind, what can I do to have more fluid body? Fluid body. So then anything can be possible. So that's my belief. That's my belief. Okay, so I picked a card, super beautiful. It says, perform a random act of kindness. Be a good human and perform a random act of kindness. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of our life that we often forget the simplest of things can make the most significant impacts on others. Kindness costs nothing. Whether you feel called to pay it forward in the coffee chain at Starbucks, or you share a smile to someone who needs it, today offers you the gift of giving. If you pulled this card, you've been nudged to start a ripple effect of kindness, whether it be a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, or paying for the next coffee in line. You always have the capacity to pay it forward. Doing good always feels good, and it has the power to change someone's day. Your favorite way to offer kindness is to start off with a compliment. This opens up a stranger's heart and connects you on a soul level. You get what you give, so make sure you're giving the good stuff. I open my heart to have the courage to perform a random act of kindness. Random acts of kindness. Is there a movement for the lower back? Yes. Movement for the lower back is, well, first of all, anti-gravity is a really good thing. One of my variations that I do in anti-gravity fashion maneuvers is putting my feet together as I do, and I roll as I roll down. You know, when you go here, this is the first phase, and second phase is just stretching the back of your neck. I add third and fourth phase before I go into skier squat. So go all the way down, curling my spine like a C, and I'm feeling the lower back. And I started to do that. I mean, maybe today I'm going to do that 3 times and see how I feel. And lots of like opening up the hips, like into let your body in mermaid, and I go opening. What I started to really embody and think is, you know how Gary talks about stretching doesn't work? Movement is the answer. I'm exploring that in my body. It's not about stretching, it's about movement. You know, when you do something that your body is not familiar with or not feeling comfortable with, not used to it, there's an initial shock, right? Going to cold water, for example, or driving a car like me, if you have that little anxiety, there's an initial shock. But when you go into the water, tell yourself, I'm safe and protected. And then you pay attention to how you feel in your body and ask yourself, are you really cold? Are you really scared? And then body relaxes when it gets used to it. So apply the same experience. When you have a tightness, you actually started to introduce some more range of motions. Like it could be like opening in 3D, change things up. There's an initial shock to it, right? Your body is uncomfortable, carrying a little tension and trauma in the right area. So move around it, and it's like, okay, this feels a little uncomfortable, but doesn't mean that it's bad for me. So feeling the pain is not a bad sign. Thank you, body, for reminding me of this pain, and I'm choose to let it go. Show me what I need to do so I can release them. Maybe the emotions come up. Yeah, if that's your belief, what's the truth then? Truth is, our belief are our truths, they're ultimate truth. Ultimate truth is probably like time doesn't exist. Time is irrelevant. I believe that we have this line of time, space, and reality. So we've been shown something that it doesn't exist. There's no past, there's no future, but yet there's so many timelines and scenarios, and we're constantly expanding, and universe is constantly ever evolving expansion. There's no beginning, there's no end. I think that's the truth. And belief is we are the children of the universe, and everything is connected. We create reality, what we call reality, from nothingness, and nothingness is everything. I don't know if that answered. I'm going to very philosophical, but also we can't forget that our body, we have, it seems like we have bodies when we are on the Mother Earth, right? Soul never dies. Soul continues, even our body dies. But when we are on the Mother Earth, we need to take care of this temple, and it's our responsibility. And that's also another truth. And then belief. Belief is that I came here, I am blessed. Sometimes hard to think like this, and that's the programming. But we are forever blessed and protected and safe wherever we are. And we forgot that truth somehow. We were shown something different, to be fearful about life, to be fearful about the world. But I think we are all came here with a purpose, and everyone's life purpose is different. We all came here with a specific superpower, right? But we're here to co-create and create a new world. I don't know. I shouldn't say I don't know. This is my random thoughts. Yes, I agree. Personal belief is even more powerful to an enlightened being than using someone's blood, something outside ourselves. Yeah, we gotta remind ourselves, right? Like it's all about healers. Real healers are the people that they know that healers don't heal people. Healers trigger something in people that like in them that I already have. That we all have healing power. And good healers empower other spirit, raise the spirit, give them a lot of hope. And that's what I like to embody. Then that's what I do, you know, like you can do it. You raise your spirit. And but in order for me to be that influencer, I need to first embody. That's where I do a lot of inner work. Love doing anti-gravity morning and before bed with open reset. Yeah, super powerful. It's all about elongating ourselves, expanding in every direction. Beautiful. You are beautiful because you can see the beauty in others. You can see things that you don't have inside of us, right? Let's finish with this idea. You know, when you when you expand your belief system, nothing can disturb your belief anymore. We all want to get to the point when somebody says, when I say I can heal myself, or this person can heal their cancer, and someone said no, he can't. But people like to believe the positive belief. And I want to get to the point that nothing can get in the way of my belief, right? So until then, or you get to the point where nothing bothers you anymore. People are just like talking to you, blah, 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 blah. It's not listening, but it doesn't mean that you're not humbling yourself. Here comes another balance, right? Because as soon as you thought you got it, then it's like you're just being super egotistic. It's about the balance. Be humble. It's a practice. But at the same time, it's like you got to really push with your belief, like maybe overconfidence, what it takes, right? I'm just like, I started to watch this Shaking Master, sorry, it's about the bartender competitions, and on Netflix. And it's you know, some people are overconfident, some people are not confident, but they do have skills, right? I think it's it's all about believing yourself, but also stay humble and open to learning, right? And that the real confidence comes from knowing that you are perfect as you are completely blessed, and you are here. Everything that comes up you is here for you to expand, to learn, to be better. The ultimate belief is not having beliefs. That's more like a Buddha type of coming from the Buddha reached an enlightenment and understanding nothing exists, right? But I don't know. This like I think is when I used to be more religious, I study more about Buddhism and Shintoism, like, born and raised in Japan. I think Buddha had to meditate, and in order for him to reach this enlightenment, like, I think it's for everybody. We need to all go through that state of nothingness. When you discover what you thought exists, like this actually doesn't exist. It's just a frequency. It looks like it's appeared to be true, but it's nothing is true. And when you caught up with the nothingness, you're not really reached enlightenment yet, because I think Satori is like, I talk about this in one of the podcasts that I did with Ra. Satori is not about shifting your focus 180 degrees. If you live in a state of always meditating and not interact with other people, you're not living the life. I think the real Satori needs to go flip the narrative, shift the focus 180 degrees, work through that nothingness. It's okay, I understand nothing exists, so what's the point of life? If you're stuck in that, then you're not living. You need to go back. Okay, there's nothingness, and nothingness is everything. Now, what do I want to create? That's when coming back to your reality with a completely different mindset, 160 degrees. And that is the Satori. Satori is know that there's a truth, there's nothing exists, and there's no time, space, reality. And whatever you think it looks exists. But you're not swayed by it anymore, because you know that you create your own reality with the power of mind and a constant shift, constant realignment of your truth. Truth does not exist, but truth doesn't change, but the realignment of your perception, constant perception change, because universe is also learning through you, right? And we are all learning through us, and I am learning through you. What is the clear rod you're holding made of? Oh yeah, I'm holding it. It's a crystal quartz. It's a wand, and one side has the omega, and one side has alpha. It's embodied that torus field of earth. So this self has that energy. So right now alpha is up, the energy goes like this, circulates, and my body is embodying that frequency. When I flip it over, energy goes like this. It's a constant flow. Yeah, so it's a really fascinating one. It has been helping me elevate, and I'm just holding it down, talking about it now. Yeah, it's super powerful. Yeah, do you guys have any questions? Thank you guys for being here. It's a nice one thing that I started to really do is setting boundaries for myself. As much as I want to push forward with my goal, but sometimes I need to understand the power of push, power of pull, push and pull, push and pull. If I'm not taking care of myself in the process of becoming, then what's the point of all of this, right? So start with that intention and the power of belief. Yes. It's a beautiful day. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really enjoy this time just talking. And if you feel like it, I would love to bring you on live. So please request. Where did you find the crystal? Is the absence, it's a potential. Yeah, so this crystal is from Gisela. Gisela, who is an energetic healer who works with Human Garage. And you can buy this through her website. So if you're interested, just shoot me a message so I can guide her. I can send you her website. Yeah, it's super powerful. I didn't feel much with that one. Felt more, quote, small crystal. Did you buy this, or do you have one for yourself? Have a great day. Thank you, Kerobuda. Yeah, I think it's, everyone is different, right? I don't feel much right now. I need to really tune in because I'm used to the energy. But I think it's also, it's about what you believe, right? In the moment with that intention. Like I'm doing this action thinking that it's gonna help and it's aligned with my heart. So thank you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Bye. Thank you. Thank you.